Hi, my name is Allison. This is my first time doing a makeup tutorial. I've been doing makeup, or at least getting into makeup, the past year or two. Recently just got pretty good at it, I think, and I decided to film a tutorial on this look that I did last night when I went out with some friends. And I'm going to be using almost exclusively the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This is what the palette looks like. It comes with a little double-ended brush with a blender and a little packing brush in there. Okay, so let's get started. So first, I already primed my face with Urban Decay's B6 primer. This is good for oily skin or skin that's a little bit red, like mine. And then put on my moisturizer already. So I always start with my eyes because I have a lot of fallout from glitter and everything. So I want to put that on first before I do my face in case I need to wipe anything away. So to prime my lids, using Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion, the original one. And I'm just going to put that all over the lids. And blend with my finger. This has kind of a greasy feeling to it. So you want to let it sit for at least a couple minutes before you put any shadow on or anything else. But the stuff is amazing. I can wear it all day to work and everything for like up to 12 hours. Sometimes I even accidentally fall asleep in it, and it still looks great when I wake up the next morning. My eyeshadow does not crease at all. This is the best primer I've ever used by far. Next, I'm going to put on a little bit of a eyeshadow base, just to give the shadow a little more pigment. So I'm using the Sigma eyeshadow base in shade Persuade. And again, I'm just going to use my finger to put that all over the lids. The next thing I usually do is I put on a neutral shade all over the lid. It kind of helps blend out the other colors when I go in with them. I'm going to take a Morphe M502 brush. It's just like a really fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to take this lightest shade in here, Tempura, and just throw that all over the lids. Just gonna wipe it on there. I just did a quick costume change because I just realized I was still in my jammies. Embarrassing. So next I'm going to start with a crease shade. So I'm just going to use this like light brown shade called Raw Sienna. And that's going to go right kind of in the crease and above the crease. And I'm taking that on a Morphe M505, pretty similar to the last one, another fluffy blending brush, but a little more narrow. Okay. You hear meowing in the background? That's our new kitten. This is Sterling Archer. We just got him yesterday. Or Friday. Deepen the crease and put some darkness in the outer corner. I'm going to be taking the shade Love Letter up here. It's like a fuchsia kind of. I'm going to take that on the Sigma E25 blending brush. It's like a flat, fluffy blender. Take a little bit of that. I'm going to pack it in the outer corner first, and then blend into the crease. And just blend that upwards a little bit into the brown shade. Oh! Ow! He just jumped on me. Oh my god. Someone wants attention. Then just add a little bit more depth to the outer corner. I'm going to use the brush that it came in the palette with the little packing brush in the end. And take this shade Venetian Red and just kind of pack that right in the outer corner. Now for the main event. This is the only shade I'm using that did not come in this palette. For my lid, I'm going to use this new Stila liquid eyeshadow in the shade Smoldering Satin. Super glittery. so pretty. Just spread that on the lid. Ooh, child. That is fucking glittery. And I just leave a little bit of space on the outer corner so I can keep that darkness in there. Okay, so after the shadow dries, I know it's a liquid shadow, so it doesn't really blend, but to kind of make it blend a little bit, I'm just going to take a really fine blending brush. This is the Morphe M507. It's just a really fine little fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to take the same crease color, the Love Letter, and just go right in the crease to blend out that glitter shadow. So I add a wing to every look because I just think wings look the best on me. Not the case for everyone. This could be a good look by itself without a wing, but I like to add wings. So my favorite liner to use is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper, the black one. This is the best liquid liner I've ever used. I always prefer brush tip to felt tip because the brush tip is more flexible. It gives you those sharper points, and I don't feel like the felt tip really does that. It's too stiff. So I just start on the lash line, along the lash line, and then kind of bring it out and try to match it to where my eyebrow ends, roughly. A nice sharp point, and then bring it down to the corner of my eye there. Have an outline and then just fill it in. Okay, so now it's time to start on the face. So to prime my face, I start with this Cover FX Mattifying Primer. I just started using this. Someone at Sephora recommended it since I have super oily skin. Like, by the end of the day, it looks like I've gone swimming. It's bad. And the stuff actually works. Like, it's not completely matte at the end of the day, but it's way better. But the person at Sephora just gave me fair warning not to put it anywhere where I'm not overly oily because it'll make your foundation peel off. So if anyone wants to use it, that's just a tip. Just use it like in your T-zone, like chin, nose, forehead. I know personally those are my most oily areas. Okay, so then since I also have really big pores, I usually use Benefit's PoreFessional. This stuff is also amazing. Really covers them up really well. Recently, I just got Milk's new Blur Stick, which is basically same concept but in a stick form, which is nice because it's easy to apply. So they're both similar. I'd say either one's good. I just decided to try the stick form since it goes on a little bit easier. But for either one, you want to make sure to really pat it in so it really gets in the pores and fills them. So then, since I have acne, as you can see, I use LA Girl's Pro Concealer in the green to cover up the acne, counteracts the red. The stuff is nice because it's really concentrated color and it's super cheap. You get it on Amazon. I just dab that on my problem areas. Okay, so next step is the foundation. I use Urban Decay's All Nighter foundation. I really love this stuff. Keeps my skin fairly matte, which is hard to do. Goes on nicely, nice shade, nice feel. Good coverage, but still feels light. And I have it in shade 2.5. Surprisingly not the lightest. I'm going to take that on the Morphe M439, the foundation brush. And I usually just take little dabs at a time for each area on my face and just kind of dab it on and then blend. foundation is done. Next step is contour and concealer. So I just started contouring like yesterday, like trying it out. I have a very round face, so contouring, I feel like it's not going to look good on me. But I decided to try this little Smashbox Duo because I heard it's really good for beginners, and so far I really like it. It even comes with this little guide that shows you how you should contour depending on your face shape, which is cool. So there's a contour, bronze, and then highlight shades. So first, I'm going to go into the contour shade. And just these nice little pencils. I'm going to start with my nose, just one line down each side of my nose. And then I'll do my cheekbone. Okay. And then the bronze shade is used to kind of blend out the contour so it's not so harsh. So just put it right above these lines. And then the lightest shade, the highlight shade, goes right on the bridge of the nose and on the forehead. On the chin and right under the eye. I'm just going to swoop it under there. And honestly, the easiest way to blend these is just with your fingers, so that's what I mostly do, or if anything, I might use a beauty blender to blend out some of the more harsh lines. Okay, so I'm just going to add some concealer under my eyes to brighten them up a little bit, and I use the Naked Skin by Urban Decay Color Correcting Fluid in pink. This really brightens dark areas. I'm just going to blend that out with a beauty blender. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some setting powder to the places I put the concealer to set it all in, make sure it doesn't crease. And I use the Mercier translucent setting powder. This is probably, in my opinion, the best setting powder. And I just take that on a little dry beauty blender. Okay, so while that sets, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I have pretty full brows. They're just patchy in some areas, so I just fill them in a little bit. So I like to use a really fine brush. I usually use the Anastasia Beverly Brow Wiz. Very fine brush, or very fine tip pen. And I use the shade Ebony. It's the second darkest. But I wanted to try out something new, so I've been using Benefit's Goof Brow Pencil, which I don't like as much just because I like the really fine tip, because I just have these small areas I need to fill in. But this one's still decent. Okay, so since the brow pencil is kind of wide, go outside the lens a little bit, so I'm just going to clean it up just using this little matte concealer. I think this is the second lightest shade. I'm taking this on a Morphe E32, just kind of a little flat concealer brush. Okay, so I think they're sufficiently even now. So I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight under the brow. And taking this brush, doesn't have a number. Honestly, I got it from my mom, so hand me down. So I'm going to go back in with the palette, take the sparkly shade Vermeer, use this little sparkly shade here. It's really pretty, really great for highlighting. Put that right under the arch of the brow, kind of blend it downwards. And then to just hold my brows in place, I'm going to use the Benefit's Gimme Brow Brow Gel in shade 5, which is the second darkest. Okay, so brows are done, so I'm going to wipe off the setting powder. You can use any fluffy brush to wipe off the powder. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to do kind of a smoky look. First, I'm going to put in this Urban Decay Waterline Eyeline Pencil in Legend, which is black, right in my waterline. Then to kind of blend that out and make it more smoky, I'm going to take matte black shade on this flat liner brush. It's a Morphe G28. And then to blend that out and smoke it out a little bit more, I'm going to take that same crease shade, the Raw Sienna, on a Sigma E30 brush, a little pencil brush, and blend that into the black shade. Okay, so next up I'm going to add some bronzer to blend out the contour. And I use Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, which is the lightest brown shade, because I'm very white. So I just got the Sephora double-sided brush to use the edged one. Just going to go over the contour. I'm also going to throw a little bronzer up in corners of my head and temples. I'm going to use a Morphe E2, just a big bronzer brush. And I'm going to add some blush. And I use the Nars blush in shade Orgasm. This is the only blush I've been using for years. It's really pretty pink with gold shimmers in it. Just take that on any blush brush. This is like some shit brush I got. And then for round faces, it's best to put it right on the apple of your cheek and then up into the temple. Okay, so now the face is done except for the highlight, which I will do at the very end. So next I need to go back to the eyes and apply mascara. First step, just curl the lashes. So next step is to put on mascara, and I don't wear fake eyelashes just because I don't like to deal with them. It seems like way too much work. I'd probably fuck everything up. So first I'm going to prime my lashes. I use Benefit's Their Real Mascara Primer. So then for my actual mascara, I also use Benefit's Their Real. It's my favorite mascara ever. Haven't used anything else in the last like 5 years maybe. It's just like the best mascara I found. That makes your lashes really long and doesn't clump them. Keeps them nice and separated. Do this shit every fucking time. I also like to go in with a second coat of mascara just to make my eyelashes look even more full, and also because I have a lot of extra mascara lying around. So I just got this Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Came with a palette I got, so just throw that on top. Okay, and then for my outer corner highlight, I'm just going to take this really tiny, fine brush. It's a Morphe E36. And I'm going to take Jeffree Star's highlighter in Ice Cold. It's a really shiny white one. It's perfect for highlighting small areas like your inner corner. Then to set my face, I use Urban Decay's De-Slick setting spray. So you can tell I really like Urban Decay products. Again, great for oily skin. Just throw that everywhere. They say to just do 2 sprays next formation, but I like to really pack that shit on. Okay, so last step for the face is the highlighter. I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette, which I'm also in love with. This has the most gorgeous shades. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but they're amazing. I'm going to take that same double-sided Sephora brush, the highlighting side, and I'm going to use the shade Pink Heart. It's a shimmery pink one. And I like to use a shit ton of highlight. It's my favorite part. That's good. Okay, so face is all done. So last step is the lips. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick color in shade Sad Girl. It's really like dark burgundy color and it has glitter in it. Okay, so this is the final product. And thank you so much for watching and hope to make more videos soon and save one too.